Disclaimer, all the statistics for the singles and albums came from Billboard.com. All the lyrics came from Genius Lyrics. The interesting and fun facts about the songs came from the About section on Genius Lyrics, and my knowledge of the songs. Some songs will describe the meaning based on an interview or Spotify storyline. Some songs will feature statements from X, formerly known as Twitter, and then we also got Instagram and Facebook. Well, we are back. This is going to be another fun one. Thank you for joining me. I'm your host, Michaela, for Music with Michaela. And today we are going to go over Olivia Rodrigo's sophomore album, Guts, Spilled. And this one is, like I already said, is a fun one. I really enjoyed this one a whole lot. It's got some rockers and slow melodic songs. She describes her experiences with heartbreak and revenge against those who betrayed her trust. And then we're getting more of that rock in this album, which I really love. I love rock music, so I really love that we got more rock on this one. And that it proves that sophomore albums aren't always a slump either, which is amazing. I wish I could spill my guts like Olivia did, but in a way that is meaningful to me. Then Guts was actually the #1 album for 3 weeks and stayed on the Billboard charts for 65 weeks. For this episode, I am wearing my Olivia Rodrigo Guts All-American Bitch t-shirt, which I don't care. It is a great t-shirt, and my only one that I have of Olivia Rodrigo at the moment, but it is okay. So without further ado, let's get right into Guts Spilled. First song off of this album is titled All American Bitch, which peaked at number 13 on the Billboard Hot 100 charts. This one is so much fun. Like, holy shit. Come on, girl. We start off with a soft tone, and then we pick up right in the chorus. Then we go back into the soft tone that we have in this first verse, and then it stays in that high sounding rock throughout the rest of the song when once we hit the second chorus. And this one is so much fun. I legitimately sing and have my own choreography to this song, and it's great. Now, the lyrics that stand out to me come from the beginning of the second chorus, which is, "Forgive and I forget, I know my age and I act like it, got what you can't resist, I'm a perfect all-American bitch." This is so perfect because there are so many people in the world who don't even act their age, and you can definitely tell that with a whole bunch of people. And I know quite a few of them. Honestly, it's like, really? Come on, we're all grown-ups here. Act like a fucking grown-up. Come on, it's not that hard. But when you complain about everything going on, then it is really hard. But, you know, I do forgive and forget quite a bit. But that's okay, we're all human. We all do it. And I am honestly, in my own eyes, am a perfect all-American bitch. Come on. It is awesome. Like, we all think we are perfect in our own ways, which is how we should perceive ourselves. So this is how I feel. So that's what those lyrics mean to me. Now, the instruments we have in this song are acoustic guitar, electric guitar, bass, and drums. The acoustic guitar starts right off the bat at 0 seconds. And then the electric guitar and drums both come in at 53 seconds, the bass at 52 seconds. And then we only have one instrumental solo, which is from 0 seconds to 6 seconds. And then we got the first verse from 0 seconds to 52 seconds, and that's just the acoustic guitar. And then the first chorus comes in at 52 seconds and goes to 1 minute and 4 seconds. And then second verse at 1:05 to 1:28. And then we got the second chorus at 1:29 to 1:42, post-chorus at 1:43 to 1:53, bridge at 1:54 to 2 minutes and 17 seconds, and then the outro, which is just the acoustic guitar once again at 2:18 to 2:42. And then I really love how this song ends with them knocking on the door, which leads right into the next song on the album, so that is amazing. And it really, when I have all my songs on shuffle, or just play Olivia Rodrigo songs on shuffle, and I hear it and it goes to a completely different song, I'm like, no, it's just not right. But ironically, when I was listening to all of her songs that I have on my phone just the other day, it went from this song to, which one was it? Because I don't remember what it was, but it like fit perfectly, even though it didn't have the rest of the knocking and the opening of the door, but it fit perfectly. But I don't remember what song it was. That's gonna bother me now. But it was like, that's perfect. It could work that way too. But really love it. And then on an interview with Jimmy Kimmel, when she was promoting the album and then talking about her tour a couple of years ago, she said that she had different lyrics for quite a few different songs, and she had to tone it back a little bit. And she's like, yeah, perfect all-American lips and perfect all-American hips is what it is in this song. But originally it was perfect all-American lips and perfect all-American tits. And she's like, yeah, nope, I toned it back a little bit because it just didn't feel right. But if you pay attention on her Live from Glastonbury album that she just released late last year, she does sing the original lyrics. So you really gotta pay attention to that, and I really love that. And then the meaning behind the song is the song explores the contradictions inherent in American culture, which places and promotes uninhabitable ideals for women to achieve, rife with double standards. So yeah, definitely you get that in there too, which I really love. So for me, Perfect All-American Bitch is going to be ranked 3 out of 17. Now on to song number 2, which is Bad Idea, Right? Which peaked at number 7 on the Billboard Hot 100 charts. This is another fun one with a nice rock twist to it. And I'm just... another one that I sing along to all the time. And it just has a nice groove to it as well, and I really love it. This has a great music video too, honestly. I just watched it the other day too, and I'm like, how come I've never seen this one? I've only seen like bits and parts of this one, but I've always seen ironically the next song on this album all the way through multiple times because it's a great song, the next one. And the lyrics that stand out to me come from the end of the pre-chorus, which is, it's a bad idea, right? Seeing you tonight. Fuck it, it's fine. We've all have those thoughts where like, yeah, no, we should really not see somebody that we know is toxic, especially around us. But then you're like, no, it's okay, we can probably, hopefully hash things out. But it doesn't really turn out that way. And it's like, yeah, nope, that was a bad idea. I mean, we've all either thought about it or have done it physically, but it is one of those things where like, yeah, nope, we shouldn't be doing that anymore. But, you know, we're like, yeah, nope, it's totally fine. Fuck it. We can just do whatever we want to fucking do, honestly. So that's what those lyrics mean to me. And then in this song, we just have bass, guitar, and drums, which all start at 2 seconds. And then our instrumental solos are from 2 seconds to 9 seconds, 2 minutes 14 to 2 minutes 20, and then 2:23 to 2:28. And then we got the intro from 0 seconds to 8 seconds, first verse at 9 seconds to 23 seconds, the refrain at 24 seconds to 38 seconds. Then we got the pre-chorus at 39 seconds to 53 seconds, the first chorus at 54 seconds to 1 minute and 7, second verse at a minute 8 to a minute 22, the second refrain at a minute 23 to a minute 37, second pre-chorus at a minute 38 to a minute 52, second chorus at a minute 53 to 2 minutes and 7 seconds, the bridge at 2 minutes and 8 seconds to 2 minutes and 44, and then our outro at 2 minutes 45 seconds to 3 minutes exactly. And then I really love the sound of walking to the door and opening the door at the beginning of the song. Adds more storytelling to the song on what it's going to be about. And then I also love when all the instruments stop for a brief second at the word stop in the second verse, right at 1 minute and 11 seconds. And it's so much fun. You really, like, this is another great song to dance to as well. And then for press release for this song, Bad Idea Right started with us making a joke song about me hooking up with an ex-boyfriend, but then we realized we were actually onto something. We were throwing the weirdest things at the wall. In one of the choruses, that's the part where that sounds like the instrument in the background, but it's actually me gradually screaming louder and louder. Honestly, hey, if anything like that works, just go for it. Honestly, come on. When you get those, like, ideas in your head, you're like, yeah, no, we should definitely do this. This will definitely work. Get people onto, like, singing, dancing, and then actually having a connection with the song because maybe they've done it, or yourself personally have done it. So yeah, it's definitely one of those, another like kind of universal themes as well, which I really love. So for me, Bad Idea Right comes in at 4 out of 17. Okay, everybody, I hope you've all heard this one, because this one took the world by storm as well. So track number 3 is Vampire, which peaked at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 charts. I played this song on repeat just the other day because I was like, yep, I'm feeling it right now, especially after the week I fucking had. I was like, we definitely need to crank this bitch up and play it so loud. I am like, honestly, sometimes there are songs like that I'm like, we need to play it loud. Like, burst my eardrums. I mean, come on. It's like when you have one of those days or weeks, you're like, yeah, no, we need something to, like, kick it off. This is a perfect song to do it because it's like starts off soft and then gradually gets louder in the, like, pre-chorus and then the chorus, and then it goes back a little bit, and then it just stays the same tone throughout the rest of the song, which I really love. The music video is killer for this one. Honestly, I love this music video so much. And her live performances for this song, come on. No way. It isn't, like, I don't even know how to describe it, but her live performances for this song is just top notch. They're off the charts. Like, come on. Come on. It's amazing. Now, this one was so hard to pick out. So many lines of lyrics in this song that I'm like, oh, I don't know which one to go with. There's parts of the second verse, and then there's even parts of the bridge, because I was like, come on. Let's see. For the time being, I think I would have to go with, I'll go for the end of the chorus, which is bloodsucker, famefucker, bleeding me dry like a goddamn vampire. So many people in my fucking life have done this to me. They're like, yeah, no, we're totally cool, we're all good, and then just practically take out every essence of my soul because they're like, yeah, no, we're not good anymore. You've fucked up everything. It's all your fault. And it's like, okay then. fuck you too. Because it is one of those things where people just say, like, yeah, no, I'm so much better than you. You're just, like, a little person who doesn't care about anything. You're no good for me. I'm the perfect person in the whole entire world. And it's like, okay, yeah, totally. Sure. Like, you do you. I mean, honestly, but it is really hard when people definitely just come out you and then feel like everything is totally fine, but it really isn't, and they pretend that you're friends, and then go around and tell people, hey, don't be friends with this person. She's no good. She will just do anything to get her way. No. It's one of those things where, like, you need to take a good hard look at yourself in the mirror, because you're the one that does so many fucking terrible things to everybody that you know. You become really close with them, and then you just throw them away. And then practically take out all of their blood like a goddamn vampire. Because you are one. And you just don't see it, and you don't want to admit it. Because you know that you're the perfect person in the entire world, even though you're not. Nobody's fucking perfect, sweetheart. So, come on. Wake up and smell the roses around you, bitch. Yeah, sorry for my little rant, but so many people have fucked me over in my life, so I had to get that off. And that actually felt good, because I've met quite a few people who are vampires. Honestly. Alright. Enough with the lyrics. The instruments we have in this are guitar, bass, drums, piano, and strings. We got, once again, the violin and viola in the string section. The guitar starts at 58 seconds, bass comes in at 1:19, and then we just get the snare of the drums at 1:19, and then the whole set at 1:49. The piano starts off the song, and then the violin and viola come in at 43 seconds. Our instrumental solos in the song are from 0 seconds to 14 seconds, 2 minutes 26 seconds to 2 minutes and 31 seconds, and 3 minutes 28 seconds to 3 minutes and 38 seconds. And then we got the first verse that starts at 15 seconds, goes to 41 seconds. First chorus at 42 seconds to 1:22. Second verse at 1:23 to 1:48. Second chorus at 1:49 to 2:25. The bridge at 32 minutes and 32 seconds to 2 minutes and 51 seconds. And then the final chorus at 2 minutes 52 seconds to 3 minutes and 27 seconds. And then we have parts where the instruments are not being played, so we got from 1:16 to 1:19, 2 minutes 21 to 2 minutes 25, and then 3 minutes 3 minutes to 24 seconds and to 3 minutes and 27 seconds. And then we got a couple of different interviews about the song. An interview with Apple Music, Olivia said, I wrote the song on the piano super chill in December of 2022, and Dan and I finished writing it in January. I've just always been obsessed with songs that are very dynamic. My favorite songs are High and Low, You and Reel You In and Spit You Back Out, and we wanted to do a song where it just crescended the entire time and reflects the pent-up anger that you have for a situation. 100%, come on. I really love that, especially in this song, because it definitely works in this song. And the different aspects of the song, like I already said, starting off soft and slow, then picking it up, going back a little bit, and then picking it back up again. It's like a nice roller coaster. It's nice. It has a nice flow to it, which I really love. And then in an interview with Dork, she said, I was upset about a certain situation and went to the studio alone, sat down at the grand piano, and the chords and the melody and lyrics just poured out of me, almost like an out-of-body experience. It's a song about feeling confused and hurt at first. I thought it was meant to be a piano ballad, but when Dan and I started working on it, we just picked the lyrics with these big drums and crazy tempo changes, so now it's like a heartbreak song you can dance to. Definitely. You can definitely dance to it, and I really love that. And it's a good karaoke song too, honestly. I sing it all the time when it comes on. If it's like comes on in my car, I sing it. If I'm home alone and it comes on when I'm doing chores, I will fucking sing it. Like, come on. Amazing. So for me, Vampire is going to be ranked number 1 out of 17. And then another part that I really love about Vampire too is like the sounds kind of like a choir at the second verse where she has the line "I didn't lie," and then it's like great harmony sounds in the background. I don't know if it's her or if it's like a chorus behind her, but it is perfect. It fits perfectly in there. So that's another part that I really love too about Vampire. But once again, Vampire is going to be ranked 1 out of 17 for me. Now, song number 4 is titled Lacey, which peaked at number 23 on the Billboard Hot 100 charts. This one is one that I'm like, it's a good song, and I like how he toned it back from Vampire a little bit. And it is a good, nice ballad song, honestly. And the lyrics that stand out to me come from the outro, which is, "And I despise my jealous eyes and how hard they fell for you. Yeah, I despise my rotten mind and how much it worships you." I definitely had quite a few of those kind of friendships in my life. I'm like, yeah, I can't believe I ever was friends with you. You just made me feel terrible throughout the whole entire friendship. And how much there were times where I did worship these people because I was like, oh, you have yourself put together, but then you really realize that they really don't. They just, like, don't have a sense of mind at all and complain all the fucking time about everything going on. It's like, find someone else to spill all of your like hardships on, because then you also just bring people down around you all the time when you don't do anything about it and you just spill it on other people. Come on. There's also another line in the outro that I really love. It's the second line at the at the beginning of the outro as well, that I really love too, because it really stands out, because there are people who do that every time, all the time, honestly. So just let me know if anyone in your life has done that to you too. Remember, second line of the outro, and put it down in the comments below, because definitely it will it will help, and it's great too, honestly. And I really love how her vocals carry the outro as well. It's even softer than the rest of the song. So yep, that's all I have to say about the lyrics. And the instruments we got in this song are guitars, bass, and drums. The guitar starts at 0 seconds, the bass and drums come in at 1:55, but it's just the snare for the drums. And then the bass and drums are only in the bridge of the song. And then we have 2 instrumental in the song from 0 seconds to 6 seconds, and then 1:55 to 2 minutes 19. And then our first verse starts at 0 seconds and goes to 30 seconds. First chorus, 31 seconds to a minute. Second verse at 1 minute and a second to 1:25. Second chorus at 1:26 to 1:54. The bridge at 1:55 to 2 minutes 19. And then the outro at 2 minutes and 20 seconds to 2 minutes and 52 seconds. And then the interview with Wired, Olivia said, I took a poetry class, so that was really fun. We actually turned one of the songs I wrote in the poetry class, the poem called Lacey, we turned that into a song on the album called Lacey, so it was quite fruitful. And then she also did explain a little bit more about that on the interview she did with Jimmy Kimmel as well, and how it was very also therapeutic for her to do it as well. And then a fun fact about this song is that Chaperone is a backup vocalist on this song. Now, so for me, Lacey is going to be ranked 13 out of 17. Now, song number 5, we pick it up back at with that rock tone, which I really love. So we go from a like nice soft ballad song to a rock song, and I love that. So Ballad of a Homeschool Girl is track number 5. It peaked at number 24 on the Billboard charts. And this one is so much fun to like jump up and down to because it has that energy. And also like wants to fight with somebody, honestly. Now the lyrics that stand out to me come from the middle of the chorus, which is, each day that I'm alive, it's social suicide. It's social suicide, wanna curl up and die. There were multiple times, and honestly, I felt this way last week at work, because it was just so fucking terrible. Staying late one day, like over 2 hours after I was supposed to get off, and then just the whole bunch of drama dumping on everybody in the area. I'm like, please go to someone else. I don't want to hear this fucking shit anymore. Let me just be me. And if it's like something you really need to get off, then fine, I'll fucking listen to you. But just stop. It's so fucking annoying. I'm like, no. Nope. If I want to hear problems, I want to hear it from my family or my friends at this point. Because it's just annoying as hell. And even in my past, too, I was like, nope, I can't do this anymore. After everything that went down a little over a year ago, I'm like, yeah, nope, this is the part of me. I'm like, why is this like happening to me? Why am I even alive at this point? Because it is just terrible to be in this situation right now, and it's bringing me back even further into my past that I don't want to remember because it was so fucking bad. So yeah, so different, many different aspects that come and coincide with these lyrics a whole lot. So yes, that's what those lyrics mean to me. And then we just have guitar, bass, and drums for the instruments. The guitar kicks off the song right away at 0 seconds. Bass and drums come in at 2 seconds. And then we just have the instrumental from 0 seconds to 9 seconds. And then we have the first verse at 10 seconds to 41 seconds. First chorus at 42 seconds to a minute 5. Post chorus at a minute 6 to a minute 13. Second verse at a minute 14 to a minute 29. Second chorus at a minute 30 to 2 minutes and 1 second. Post chorus at 2 minutes and 2 seconds to 2 minutes and 18 seconds. Final chorus at 2:19 to 3:01. And then the outro at 3:02 to 3:17. And then in an interview with Interview Magazine, Olivia said, I was homeschooled and all of this stuff happened in my career, but then I really boiled my problems down, and I'm like, oh, they're just 19-year-old, 20-year-old problems in a different environment. If you speak honestly about any experience, then someone is going to find the truth in it. And I really love that too. Honestly, getting that personal experience, that's what I really love about songwriting too. Taking your personal experiences and then putting it in a song, and then having other people connect with it because they've gone through the same shit too. And that's what I really love about this song too. because you definitely have that feeling throughout the entire song too. And you can definitely tell when she is singing this song too, because it is like, you can definitely hear it in her voice, and the instrumentation in this one too also proves that point as well. So I really love that. So Ballad of a Homeschool Girl is going to be ranked 9 out of 17 for me. Now, next one, we definitely tone it back quite a bit. Track number 6 is titled Making the Bed. Comes in at number 19 on the Billboard Hot 100 charts. This one is like a nice soothing song, honestly. The instrumentation fits so perfectly with the lyrics of the song, and her vocals definitely are fantastic on this one as well, and I really love that. And to be completely honest, when I first heard this song, I did cry to it, because it's like, honestly, I have this kind of feeling so many times, like all the time, because it is just ugh. Honestly. And it is just one of those things. Now, the lyrics that stand out to me come from the chorus, which is push away all the people who know me the best, but it's been me who's been making the bed. I'm so tired of being the girl that I am. And then every good thing has turned into something I dread. 100%. This is how, like, I feel a whole lot, because I do so much for so many different people. I will get, like, thanks here and there, but otherwise it's just like, yep, nope, I'm the one who's doing all this work, and really love more than just a thank you, more of a validation for everything that I do, because I pour my heart into everything I do, and it's just so hard to be that person all the time. And just even, like, no matter what I do, it's one of those things I'm like, yeah, nope, I'm just tired of being who I am, like, a lot. So that's why I turn to music to help me, or even when my hockey team, the Avalanche, play, I hopefully get to watch some of the games, but with everything going on, I don't get to, and listening to the games just isn't the same either. I'm like, I'd rather watch it because it makes me feel whole. Like, even going to Avalanche games makes me feel whole. Like, I'm a completely different person when I'm there, because it is just a different environment. I fucking love it. It's not the girl that I am when I'm anywhere else. Like, definitely a completely different person, but anywhere else I'm just that same person who just doesn't feel right, like, all the time. Is depressed about quite a few things, and then just feeling like feeling worthless, because it's just one of those things where I'm like, yeah, no, I'm just want to be somebody completely different at this point. Have people who care for me more, and anything else, because it is tired being me all the time. And it's just one of those things where, like, yep, nope, you gotta have that kind of fun with your life. You don't want to be the same boring person all the fucking time. Let's be real here. It's one of those things you're like, you just gotta go pass through it. So that's what those lyrics mean to me. Now, the instruments we have in this song are guitars, bass, drums, piano, and saxophone. The saxophone starts off the song, and then the bass comes in at 10 seconds. Then we get the guitar and drums at 36 seconds, piano at 2 minutes and 46 seconds. And then our instrumental solos that we have are from 0 seconds to 7 seconds, 2 minutes 32 to 2 minutes and 45. And then we got our First verse at 8 seconds to 35 seconds. First chorus at 36 seconds to a minute and 5. Post chorus at a minute 6 to a minute 18. Second verse at a minute 19 to a minute 47. Second chorus at a minute 48 to 2 minutes and 17. Post chorus at 2:18 to 2:32. And then the outro at 2 minutes and 46 to 3 minutes and 14 seconds. And then I really love the birds chirping at the beginning of the song. It adds more of like a home feel to it, and I really love that. And then I've got a couple interviews here for this one as well. And then in an interview with Interview Magazine, Rodrigo replied, "There's one song that I wrote about how my life changed because of all the things that happened with the last album and how crazy that was. It was cathartic in the end, but it was kind of hard dredging up all that stuff. Anytime something bad happens in my career, I'm like, wow. So lucky that I get to do this. You have to be grateful. So many people would love to be in this position, but you still have to acknowledge the trauma. All of us do have to acknowledge the trauma that's going on. And it can be very therapeutic and cathartic at the end after you've released all of that out, because then you feel like so much weight has lifted off of your shoulders, and I really love that." And then in a different interview, this one was with The Guardian, Rodrigo responded with, "I was 19 and had all the zest for life, but I was also in the industry for the first time, and that can be kind of alluring. Ooh, there's all these exciting people and exciting things, all these fancy, shiny new toys. I was buying into like weird, interesting friends or getting caught up in the artificial interpretations of yourself. I say this about separating person from persona, but it is a strange thing when you become successful and notice for songs that are super raw and intimate. So on a certain level, you feel like people really know you, and they do, but not in the way your friends or family would know you. It can be a very different, tricky situation because not everybody knows you for who you are, besides the people like friends and very close friends and family. So then just, seeing all these things changing, and that. And it is a great feeling, but also a very terrifying feeling at the same time. So yeah. So for me, Making the Bed is going to be ranked 6 out of 17. Track number 7 is Logical. This one peaked at number 20 on the Billboard Hot 100 charts. This one I really got into more recently because it's like how so relatable this song is, especially right off the bat with the first line. And like, holy shit, I've known quite a few people who are definitely manipulators, and it is very fucking frightening too when you really think about it. And it's like, come on, seriously. And the lyrics that stand out to me come from the chorus, which is, "'Cause if rain don't pour and sun don't shine, then changing you is possible." It is just so hard to people to change because they won't do it unless they feel it themselves. But otherwise, they will just be the same person 100%. And it is one of those things where you're like, yep, nope, definitely. You're never going to change. You're going to be the same person. And it is just so hard to get along with because they just don't want to. They just want to be the same person, and then once they finally realize, they will realize at some point, but you never know. But I also love her vocals in the chorus and then throughout the entire song as well, which is very beautiful. It's a nice soft tone, and then when it comes to the choruses, it gets a little bit louder because you can really feel the emotions in the choruses. It is beautiful, and the instrumentation really ties it up in a neat little bow, and I really love that. But yeah, that's what those lyrics mean to me. Now the instruments we got are acoustic guitar, bass, drums, piano, and saxophone. Acoustic guitar comes in at a minute and 42, bass at 0 seconds, drums at 57 seconds, but is very faint throughout the whole song. The piano comes in right off the bat at 0 seconds and is the most prominent instrument in the entire song, so you definitely hear it throughout the entire song. The saxophone comes in at 2 seconds. It is very faint, but you can definitely hear it in the choruses of the song. Then the instruments we got in this instrumental solos, we have in this song are from 0 seconds to 11 seconds, 30 seconds to 34 seconds, 54 seconds to 56 seconds, a minute 18 to a minute 21, and then 2 minutes 57 seconds to 3 minutes in a second. And then we got the first verse at 12 seconds to 29 seconds, second verse at 35 to 53 seconds, chorus at 57 seconds to a minute 17, the third verse at a minute 22 to a minute 41, chorus at a minute 42 to 2 minutes and 19, the bridge at 2 minutes 20 seconds to 2 minutes 35, final chorus at 2 minutes 36 seconds to 2 minutes and 56 seconds, and then the outro at 3 minutes and 2 seconds to 3 minutes and 48 seconds. And then in an interview with Rolling Stone, Olivia responded saying, I'd been wanting to write the song Logical for a really long time. I had a little line, love is never logical, for a really long time, and I think it's very poignant in a double L, which I like. One day we just got into the studio and wrote it, and I love all the metaphors, the visuals that you see when you hear the song. I think it's quite interesting in that way, and the bridge is probably my favorite part of the song. I like the bridge. The bridge is amazing. I'm not gonna lie, the bridge is fantastic. It is one of those things where it even connects the song a whole bunch, a lot better with the bridge. But for me, Logical is going to be 14 out of 17. Now track number 8 is Get Him Back, which peaked at number 11 on the Billboard charts. This one is so much fun. We go from a hurt love song to a nice rock song once again, and definitely also so much fun. And her vocals are also amazing on this one too. She does have that nice rock voice and then the soft pop voice, and I really like that with her as well. And this one is so fun to dance to and sing along to as well. The lyrics that stand out to me come from the chorus, which is, oh, I want sweet revenge, I want him again, I want to get him back. This definitely paints a great vivid picture, or even this mini movie in my mind every time I hear this, because it's oh yeah, there's some people I really, really love to get some sweet revenge on because they've hurt me, and they should get that same kind of treatment back, because it is one of those things where it's yeah, no, you should feel how I felt when you did this to me. Revenge is best served sweet or even cold too, isn't it? Revenge is definitely one of those things where yeah, it would be fun to do, but also probably shouldn't just keep all that in your mind, But yeah, definitely. Her vocals in the chorus are great as well. Come on girl. And then the instruments that we have in this song are acoustic guitar, electric guitar, slide guitar, bass, drums, and piano. The acoustic guitar starts at 2 minutes and 33 seconds, electric guitar at 41 seconds, slide guitar at 15 seconds, bass and drums both come in at 5 seconds. The piano is there, I just couldn't pinpoint where it actually starts. It is there, but it's just so overpowered by the other instruments in the song. And then our only instrumental that we have in this song is from 3 minutes and 4 seconds to 3 minutes and 6 seconds. And then we have the intro from 0 seconds to 4 seconds, which is just the little banter at the beginning. And then verse 1 starts at 5 seconds and goes to 40 seconds. First chorus 41 seconds to a minute and 4. Second verse at a minute 5 to a minute 28. Second chorus a minute 29 to a minute 57. Bridge at a minute 58 to 2 minutes and 33 seconds. Final chorus at 2 minutes and 34 seconds to 3 minutes and 2 seconds. And then the outro at 3 minutes 7 seconds to 3 minutes and 24 seconds. And I really love this song as well. And the outro is so much fun too. It's so good. Even more banter in the outro. And this is great. And then in that same interview with Jimmy Kimmel, Olivia said, I love using a swear word when I think it's like tasteful and necessary, but sometimes I try to tone it down. Like there were a few songs in the album where I was swearing all over them and I was kind of had to pare it back, like and get him back because it's like, because I miss the way he kisses and the way he made me laugh. Originally it was because I miss the way he kisses and the way he grabbed my ass. I was like, ooh. Honestly, I think I like that version better. I wish she did that one, but the one where she used for the album, it's good too, but I wish she did the original. For this one and for All American Bitch, honestly. But, you know, I get it. She's trying to connect with more than just an adult audience, so understandable. And then in an interview with Apple Music, Olivia Rodrigo replied, Dan and I were at Electric Lady Studios in New York. We were writing all day and we wrote a song that I didn't like. I had a total breakdown and I was like, God, I can't write songs. I'm so bad at this. Being really negative. Then we took a break, we came back and we wrote Get Him Back, and it's one of my favorite songs. Just goes to show you never give up. It was super fun to write. I really like the chorus. It feels like it feels kind of sticky to me. It feels like something I want the crowd to sing. Definitely. And when you hear live performances, when it comes to Get Him Back, the crowd definitely brings that energy and definitely sings this song a whole bit. And then a fun fact about this song too, and Chaperone does ad-libs, like a call and response kind of scenario in the outro of the song, so you can definitely hear that as well in the outro. And I really love that touch too. Get 'Em Back for me is going to be ranked 5 out of 17. Track number 9 is Love Is Embarrassing, which peaked at number 25 on the Billboard charts. When I first heard this one, I was like, hell yeah, this is one of my top songs on this album because it is so much fun. I sing my heart out to this song as well. And then just listening to it on the Live from Glastonbury album, I'm like, yes! And then even hearing it on her Netflix's Guts World Tour as well, so much fun. Crowd interacting the whole time, I fucking love that. And this is a great song too. I'm like, yay! I even have like some choreography to this song too. Now, the lyrics that stand out to me come from the chorus, which is, it don't mean a thing, God loves fucking embarrassing, just watch as I crucify myself, hey, hey, hey. And this is actually from the final chorus of the song, but it's just, yes, come on. Like, seriously, there are times where I'm like, is this really, even when it comes to like a friendship too, is like, is this really a friendship? I mean, come on. With like people with relationships, and then you also have that thing where like you're second guessing yourself and you're like, yeah, this is really fucking embarrassing because I don't know how to react to this person. I don't know how to feel anymore. And just, yeah, come on. This isn't working out at all. So let's just move on with our lives and not stay in touch anymore, because it's just one of those things where like, nope, you weren't right for me. I need to be better for myself. So that's what I get from those lyrics. And when the instruments we have are acoustic guitar, electric guitar, bass, and drums. Acoustic guitar comes in at 31 seconds, electric guitar at 7 seconds and is more prominent in the choruses, and then the drums and bass kick off the song right at 0 seconds. And then the instrumental solos that we have are from 0 seconds to 6 seconds, and then 53 seconds to 54 seconds. The first verse comes in at 7 seconds, goes to 30 seconds. First chorus, 31 seconds to 53. Second verse at 55 seconds to a minute 17. Chorus at a minute 18 to a minute 42. Bridge at a minute 43 to a minute 54. Final chorus a minute 55 to 2:17. And then the outro at 2:18 to 2:31. And then another interview with Rolling Stone, Olivia said, I wrote on my guitar in my living room. I think I was just having one of those days where you think one embarrassing thing that you've done and just suddenly it snowballs into every cringy thing that you've ever done in your entire life. And I was just like, oh my god, this is so bad. Just playing it back over and over in my head. So I wrote this song, and I think it's a very fun one, a sweet pop song. It's one of my favorites on this record, and actually the last one we added to the album, I think we added it 3 days before we turned it in or something. And sometimes the best songs on the album come very last second, I think, for whatever reason. Yeah, and sometimes it does happen like that. Your best songs tend to happen like last second, and it turns into something meaningful to other people and to yourself, and you really want to connect with so many people as well. So Love is Embarrassing comes in at number 2 out of 17 for me. Now track number 10 is The Grudge, which peaked at number 16 on the Billboard charts. After listening to this album again, I was like, how come this resonates with me so much more now than it did when it first came out? It's like one of those things. It has so much emotion in this song, and her vocals are so beautiful, and you can hear the emotions in her vocals, and I love that. But come on, it's great. And it picks up in the choruses, and then it goes back down in the verses, and I love that. Now the lyrics that stand out to me come from the outro, which is, and I know you don't care. I guess that's fine, but you know that I can't let it go. I've tried for so long. It takes strength to forgive, but I'm not quite there yet. It takes strength to forgive, but yes, it definitely takes a whole lot of strength to forgive and forget people all the time. Because you know that they will never forgive you, but then you come to realization that you do forgive them, but you never know if they will ever forget you. And there's other lyrics too in this that really resonate with me as well, which comes at the second verse as well. And it's one of those things you're like, yep, definitely. And it's, you gotta believe in yourself to forgive people, and you just gotta be the stronger and better person to forgive people who have wronged you in your life. So that's what those lyrics mean to me. And then the instruments we have in this song are acoustic and electric guitars, bass, drums, piano, mellotron, and saxophone. The acoustic and electric guitar and saxophone all come in at 44 seconds, bass at 1:09, drums at 2 minutes and 5 seconds, piano at 6 seconds, and the mellotron at 0 seconds. And then our instrumental solos are from 0 seconds to 13 seconds, and 2 minutes and 2 seconds to 2 minutes and 4 seconds. And then the first verse comes in at 14 seconds and goes to 43 seconds. Verse at 44 seconds to 1:07. Second verse at 1:08 to 1:38. Chorus at 1:39 to 2 minutes and a second. Bridge at 2 minutes and 5 seconds to 2 minutes and 26 seconds. And then the outro at 2 minutes and 27 seconds to 2 minutes and 56 seconds. And the meaning behind the song is about a relationship marked by manipulation and emotional turmoil. I have been there, and it sucks. It is a horrible fucking feeling all the time. I've been through it so many times in my life, and it's like, why does this keep happening to me? It's unfair. Like, come on. Other people should feel the pain that I'm going through, and not just me all the fucking time. But yeah, having those people in your life, you gotta cut them loose, and then you gotta have that strength to forgive them. And I finally had the strength to forgive them, but they don't know that. But yeah, The Grudge comes in for my ranking 11 out of 17. Track number 11 is Pretty Isn't Pretty, which peaked at number 30 on the Billboard charts. We pick up the instrumentation a little bit, has more of a fun feel and vibe, which is nice. It's not super emotional like the last song, but the lyrics that stand out to me come from the beginning of the chorus, which is, when pretty isn't pretty enough, what do you do? And everybody's keeping it up, so you think it's you. Honestly, like, we all have that part of ourselves where, like, we're not pretty enough for anybody. We just have to find something that needs to show off and have that nice emotion wrapped to it. We just need something like that. So that's what I get from those lyrics. And then the instruments we have in this song are acoustic and electric guitar, bass, drums, and mellotron, and they all start right at the beginning at 0 seconds. And then our instrumental solos we have in this song are from 0 seconds to 14 seconds, and then 1:18 to 1:24. And then we got the first verse at 15 seconds to 45 seconds, first chorus at 46 seconds to 1:17, second verse at 1:25 to 1:55, second chorus at 1:56 to 2 minutes and 26 seconds, the bridge at 2:27 to 2:50, and then the outro at 2:51 to 3 minutes and 18 seconds. And then in an interview with Nylon magazine, Rodrigo said, "In this time period, I was super obsessed with social media. I would look for things that would hurt my feelings all the time and compare myself to everybody. I felt like my life was only what I showed to others. I didn't feel like my life was any deeper than my Instagram feed." And that's a really troubling mindset to be in as a teenager. I mean, yes. Like, I've gone through that myself just on Instagram, saying, because you're comparing yourself to others, and it's like, it's terrible. You shouldn't be doing that, because then you're just hurting yourself mentally and physically. But you can also have that troubling mindset as an adult too, and not just a teenager, and it's terrible. Like, we gotta be better for ourselves. We gotta show ourselves that we do matter, and we don't need to be the exact same as somebody else. So I really love that. Because we all go through it. Like, when we all go through being obsessed with some kind of social media platform. Honestly. So for me, Pretty Isn't Pretty is going to be ranked 10 out of 17. And then track number 12 is Teenage Dream. Now, if we were just doing the standard edition for Guts, this would be the last one. But since we're doing Guts Spilled, this is not the last song. But, again. Track number 12, Teenage Dream, peaked at number 39 on the Billboard Hot 100 charts. I highly recommend, and I will put this in my next episode when I go over my top songs of hers for the time being as of right now, but I will say this right off the bat. You need to watch the one live performance of this song on her Guts World Tour on Netflix. Because I fell in love with this song like right when the full album came out, and then I fell in love with it more with just that live performance because I started crying during that. Because it hit so hard for me. So hard. I'm like, holy shit. Why is this emotional ballad doing so much to me right now? It's like, it's not even fair at all. And it is beautiful. And the instruments that tie it so well together. And I really love how the piano carries out the song throughout almost the entire song. Like, until it gets to the bridge. Then you get those other instruments in. And I really love that. But yes, highly recommend watching her live performance from her Guts World Tour on Netflix for this song. But the lyrics that stand out to me come from the bridge, which is, yeah, they all say it gets better, but what if I don't? I've had this thought quite a few times in my life, saying, yeah, everyone says that it will get better, but what if it really doesn't? What if I don't get better because of what's going on? And I just feel like the same depressed person all the fucking time. And it just doesn't help at all. Like, come on. And it's one of those things where I'm like, yeah, nope. I will become a better person and will be better further down the road. But right now, no. That's what those lyrics mean to me. Now, in this song, we have acoustic and electric guitar, bass, drums, piano, cello, and then we also have the violin and viola. The piano starts the song off right at 0 seconds, and then we get the cello, the violin, and viola at 42 seconds, the electric guitar and drums and acoustic guitar at 2 minutes and 40 seconds. The bass comes in at 2 minutes and 25 seconds. And then we have a couple instrumental solos in this song, which are from 0 seconds to 13 seconds, and then 3 minutes and 8 seconds to 3 minutes and 25 seconds. First verse comes in at 14 seconds and goes to 41 seconds. First chorus, 42 seconds to 1:12. Second verse, 1:13 to 1:40. Second chorus at 1:41 to 2 minutes and 10 seconds. The bridge at 2 minutes 11 seconds to 3 minutes and 7 seconds. And then we got a spoken outro from 3 minutes and 26 seconds to 3 minutes and 40 seconds. And I really love the spoken outro, saying that it will be okay, it will be better, and everything will come the way it will come. Like, that's what the spoken outro basically is. And then in an interview with Apple Music, Olivia said, ironically, that's the first song we wrote that made it onto the record. The last line is a line that I really love, and it ends the album with a question mark. They all say that it gets better, it gets better. The more you grow, they all say it gets better. What if I don't? I like that ends like an ending, but also has a question mark and leaving it up for the air on what the next chapter is going to be. It's still confused, but it feels like a final note to that confusion, a final question. And then also in an interview with Rolling Stone, Olivia Rodrigo stated, it's about a fear not being a teenager anymore and not having this image of being some type of ingénue or prodigy kid. I grew up in this weird environment where everyone praised me for being talented for my age, and it's about facing this pressure of making a sophomore record while also facing the pressure of wondering if people would still think I was cool even if I wasn't a 17-year-old girl writing songs anymore. Yep. You do have that fear when growing up, like, come on. Like, honestly. You're not that same person you were when you first wrote your first album, and I also do love how it ends on a question, like, what's to come next, and I really do love that. So for me, Teenage Dream is going to be 7 out of 17. Now on to the spilled version of the album. So track number 13 is Obsessed, which peaked at number 14 on the Billboard charts. This one I got into right away when I first heard it. It is so much fun. It has that nice rock feel to it, and I really love that. But the lyrics at the current moment that stand out to me will come from the end of the chorus, which is, I'm staring at her like I want to get hurt, and I remember every detail you've ever told me, so be careful, baby. It has like more, it's like kind of like get him back with like the revenge that you want to get. Like, come on. Like, so honestly, come on. But yeah, definitely when you tell somebody that like almost your whole life story, and then it legitimately will get used against you at some point in your life, come on. A little sweet revenge right there. Come on. Think about it. But yeah, that's what those lyrics mean to me. And then the instruments we have in this song are just guitar, bass, and drums. The guitar and drums start at 8 seconds, bass at 0 seconds, and we don't have any instrumental solos in this song. And then we got the intro from 0 seconds to 7 seconds, first verse at 8 seconds to 22 seconds, pre-chorus 23 seconds to 39 seconds, first chorus at 40 seconds to 58 seconds, post-chorus at 59 seconds to 1:09, second verse at 1:10 to 1:26, pre-chorus at 1:27 to 1:42, then we got the chorus again at 1:43 to 2 minutes, post-chorus at 2 minutes and a second to 2 minutes and 7 seconds, bridge at 2 minutes and 8 seconds to 2 minutes and 24 seconds, and then final chorus at 2 minutes and 25 seconds to 2 minutes and 40 seconds. And then another fun fact, once again we got Chaperone as a backup vocalist on this song as well. And I really love that, how Chaperone was on more than just one song on this album, and tells you how good friends they are when she's on multiple songs on an album. And on that Netflix Guts World Tour, she was in there too. So much fun. So for me, Obsessed comes in at 8 out of 17. Track number 14 is Girl I've Always Been, which peaked at number 99 on the Billboard Hot 100 charts. And then the lyrics that stand out to me come from the chorus, which is, but I am the girl I've always been. I've been wrapped up in quite a few people's games and then realized, yep, no, you're super toxic. I don't need you in my fucking life anymore. So yeah, that's what I get from those lyrics. And then we have acoustic guitar, bass, and drums in this song. The guitar comes in at 5 seconds, and the bass and drums come in at 37 seconds. We have a couple instrumentals And we have the first one at 5 seconds to 11 seconds, and then 58 seconds to a minute and 4. And we have a spoken intro from 0 seconds to 14 seconds. The first verse at 15 seconds to 36 seconds. Chorus at 37 seconds to 57 seconds. Second verse at a minute 5 to a minute 26. Final chorus at a minute 27 to a minute 47. And then the outro at a minute 48 to a minute 58. This one definitely has a country vibe to it, and then you can hear roosters in the second instrumental break. Honestly, I'm like, cool. Adding more birds into songs. Nice. But yeah, Girl I've Always Been is going to be ranked 17 out of 17 for me. Track number 15 is Scared of My Guitar, which peaked at number 90 on the charts. I really love this one. It's like a nice acoustic song for everybody to have. Honestly. It is fantastic. I really love it. And the lyrics that stand out to me come from the pre-chorus, which is, "'Cause what if I never find anything better? The doubt always creeps through my mind." Yes, I've had this feeling so many times. Like, I will never find anything better that will help me be happy all the time, because it is hard, especially in this day and age. It is fucking terrifying. Like, come on, we always have those thoughts in our mind where, like, we doubt ourselves, like we're never gonna find anything better for ourselves to do. So that's what I get from those lyrics. And then we only have acoustic guitar, violin, and piano in this song. The acoustic guitar starts off the song right away at 0 seconds. Violin comes in at 38 seconds, piano at 56 seconds. And then we only have one instrumental solo in this song, which is from 0 seconds to 18 seconds. And then we have our first verse at 19 seconds, goes to 36 seconds. Pre-chorus 37 seconds to 55 seconds. First chorus at 56 seconds to a minute 33. Second verse at a minute 37 to a minute 54. Pre-chorus at a minute 55 to 2 minutes and 12 seconds. Chorus at 2 minutes and 13 seconds to 2 minutes and 49 seconds. Refrain at 2 minutes and 50 seconds to 2 minutes and 53 seconds. The bridge at 2 minutes 54 to 3 minutes and 16. Pre-chorus at 3 minutes and 17 seconds to 3 minutes and 35 seconds. Final chorus at 3 minutes and 36 seconds to 4 minutes and 12 seconds. And then the outro at 4 minutes 13 seconds to 4 minutes and 18 seconds. But yeah, this one is like a nice acoustic song that I really love about it. And it's a good song to listen to if you are like down deep in your hole or whatever it is, and or even just find a dark place and listen to it too until you feel good again. That's what I do with this song too. So for me, Scared of My Guitar is going to be 12 out of 17. Track number 16 is Stranger, which peaked at number 75 on the Billboard charts. This is another great one, which has a nice acoustic feel to it, and I really love that. And the lyrics that stand out to me come from the chorus, which is, "I fought a million battles, but you can't get to me now. You're just a stranger I know everything about. Ooh, ooh." It's so true. You learn quite a few things about people who thought were your friends or like a significant other, but then afterwards, once you're no longer in that kind of relationship, you realize they're just a stranger to you now, and you know quite a bit of so many details about them too, and you're like, yeah, nice. And it's one of those things where, like, yeah, you definitely fought between each other so many times, and it's ridiculous, and it gets harder and harder every time. And it's one of those things, and it's definitely okay. So that's what I get from those lyrics. And then the instruments we have are acoustic guitar, bass, drums, and organ. The acoustic guitar starts right at 0 seconds. The bass and drums come in at 1:13, but we just have the snare of the drums. Then the organ at 46 seconds. And then the instrumental solos we have are from 0 seconds to 5 seconds, 1:11 to 1:12, and then 2:19 to 2:20. Our first verse comes in at 6 seconds and goes to 45 seconds. And then first chorus is 46 seconds to 1:10. Second verse is 1:13 to 1:53. Second chorus is 1:54 to 2 minutes and 18 seconds. The bridge is at 2:20 to 2:39. And then the final chorus comes at 2:40 to 3:09. But yes, this is a great song, another one to just listen to as well in the dark if you're feeling down, and then realize how good you feel about yourself once again. So for me, Stranger comes in at 15 out of 17. And finally, track number 17 is titled So American, which peaked at number 58 on the Billboard charts. This one is so fun, especially hearing the live version of it on the Glastonbury one. It's so much fun. And this definitely has a different vibe to it than every other song on this album, and I really love that. This one has a whole lot of energy too, which is great. But yeah, now the lyrics that stand out to me come from the chorus, which is, I'll go anywhere he goes, and he says I'm so American. Yeah. When when you're with somebody has like a completely different different culture than you, I definitely am so fucking American, to be honest. But honestly, it's a nice, fun song. It's even has a nice vibe to it where you can honestly dance along to it as well. But yeah, that's what those lyrics mean to me. Now the instruments are guitar, bass, drums, and keyboards. Guitar, bass, and drums all start at 30... They all start at the beginning of the song at 0 seconds. Keyboard comes in at 32 seconds. And then the instrumental solos that we have are 0 seconds to 11 seconds. And then we have the first verse at 12 seconds and goes to 35 seconds. First chorus at 36 seconds to 1:02. And then second verse at 1:03 to 1:27. Second chorus at 1:28 to 1:54. Bridge at 1:55 to 2:14. Final chorus at 2 minutes and 15 seconds to 2 minutes and 42 seconds. And then we have a spoken outro at 2 minutes 43 seconds to 2 minutes and 47 seconds. Sorry. This one is just so fun too, and even on Jimmy Kimmel too. That same interview with Jimmy Kimmel, she said on this song, if you really pay attention to it, at the end during that spoken outro, it's very quiet, but if you hear it, they asked what the next album should be titled. Pay attention. It's great. It's either this song or a different song that it's in. It's one of those ones, but yeah, it's amazing, to be honest. But So American is going to be ranked 16 out of 17 for me. Well, there you have it. That was Olivia Rodrigo's sophomore album, Guts Spilled. For me, this one is going to be ranked number 1 out of 2 because it has more of that rock feel to it, and it has a bit more diversity as well, which I really love. And then for me, for the album review out of 5 stars, it is going to be ranked 4.5 out of 5. So yep, that is it. And then we will be back with the next episode with my top songs from Olivia Rodrigo, and then my highly recommended live performances. I mentioned already a couple of them. and then a couple acoustic ones too to listen to as well. So yeah, there we have it. I am Michaela. Thank you for joining me on Olivia Rodrigo's sophomore album Get Spilled, and we will be back. Bye.